Hiya, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. Side Stories Edition. The game that teaches us that... That this time, we're not gonna remember the flowers, we're gonna forget the flowers. Haha! Anyways, let's just hop right in. I think it's under a gallery. Okay, we're just gonna do all three of them tonight, because I have no life. I'll just let you all decide. Oh wait. We have polls. So I'm gonna do a poll. Then we're not doing the Halloween special tonight. We'll do it at a later date. Okay. So yeah, decide. This is... Note to self, stop letting people rig the vote. It's more so sad that nobody chose the Damien but shiny option. It's literally the same as Damien, but it's shiny. That's it. Alright. The soft hum of air conditioning blasting fills the room. We're a week into this brutal heat wave. According to my phone, it's 95 degrees out. Yeah, I don't think I'll be leaving my dorm anytime soon. My bangs are kept out of my face by a couple barrettes. It's not much, but anything helps to keep me cool. Iced coffee can't do it at all. Can't do it all. On the bright side, it's giving me time to catch up on most of my coursework. I tap away at my final term paper. Once it's done, I can dream about summer vacation. My flight home is in a couple weeks. As much as I like living in Arizona, the heat is unbearable for a northerner like me. Before I get too distracted, I push on. I need to write another 2,000 words before the end of the day. The paper needs to be at least 10,000 words long. Diana's dad gave me some ideas I wanted to research, like medicine that helps easily regenerate the body. It's a difficult subject. There's not a lot of available studies. Thankfully, my grades are high enough that I don't need a great score on this paper. Lo-fi music playing in the background helps keep me on track. I flip through my textbooks on human anatomy, along with some on bestial anatomy in mild frustration. I'm sure there's something here that we've been missing this whole time. Historically, transfusing blood between species has always been met with mixed results. One of the better examples I can think of is snakes donating their venom to make successful vaccines. Shows a way I could test a lot of different kinds of blood. Scratching my head, I lean back in my chair. I can tell this is going to be a long day. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Damien. Hey Cyrus, can I come over? If you're busy, that's fine. Just thought I'd ask. I furrow my brow. It's not like him to be so passive. Look at the work on my screen and shrug. With classes done for the day, I can just pull an all-nighter to catch up. I send a reply. Sure, I'm stuck inside because of this heat. I have some ice cream we can share. Damien doesn't take long to respond. Sweet, I'll be there in... What was that? Where's my fucking... Sweet, I'll be there in 30. After a great big stretch, I get myself up from the table. Guess I gotta make myself presentable. No more t-shirt and gym shorts. Time for a polo and khaki shorts. The classics. Okay, Chase Hunter. Make sure to wash my face. Gotta look nice and fresh. Soon enough, there's a knock at the door. I gave Damien one of my spare keycards to get into the housing building. It's one of our little secrets. With a smile on my face, I open the door. Hey, Damien, how's it? Before I can finish, I'm wrapped in a tight bear hug. I have to tap out almost immediately. This big goof forgets his own strength sometimes. He lets up before planting a smooch on my forehead. Good afternoon, Cyrus. Jeez, you know my heart can't handle these surprise attacks. That's what makes them fun. I pout. Keep it up and there won't be any ice cream for you today. Maybe I'll save it for Diana. Please. I'll be good. He whines. Obviously, I won't withhold ice cream from him, but it's fun to watch him squirm. Only if you promise to behave yourself. I promise. Good. I'll go get us some bowls then. Yes! He's so cute. Go take a seat. It'll be ready soon. Thanks, Cyrus. Dork. I head to the kitchen, get a couple of bowls from the cabinets, and then get the ice cream from the freezer. Rocky Road is still your favorite, right? Yep, you got it. With a smile on my face, I prep each of us a bowl of ice cream. Instead of eating it right away, Damien opts to push the side of the bowl against his face. That feels nice. The heat this week is no joke. No kidding, I've lived here all my life, but I'll never get used to it. I'm sure the fur doesn't help. Have you thought about shaving it off? Hell no. No offense to hairless cats, but I don't want to be a hairless cat. Good. I like how fluffy you are. Damien wiggles his eyebrows at me. This is why he's lovable. Look at this smug dork. Look at this smug dork. Why don't I come over and show you how fluffy I really am? Damien has a mischievous look on his face, which makes me chuckle. We're just complaining how hot it is. Cuddling right now seems like a one-way ticket to a heat stroke. What can I say? I'm a cuddle bug. Don't I know it? So how's your paper thingy going? Okay, I guess writing is definitely not my strong suit. I'm more of a doer than a reader. Thankfully, I've made some progress working with Diana's dad. Hoping with his research has led me down my own rabbit hole. Man, you're so inspiring, the way you can just dive right into it sometimes. Always so sure of yourself. Honestly, I wish you could rub some of that off on me. He says this with the discouraging tone in his voice. Is everything okay? Well... Damien starts to play with his ice cream with a spoon. I still haven't decided on a major yet. And truth be told, I'm starting to think school's not really my thing. He groans. My parents have been nagging me a lot lately. Dad keeps bitching about me needing to apply myself. Meanwhile, Mom keeps forcing me to study night and day. As soon as I mess up in a game, they're on my ass saying stuff like I didn't practice hard enough. You know, basketball has always been my one passion in life. The one thing I know I'm good at. Never thought I'd be able to attend college because of it. And now, I don't know anymore. I feel unfocused. Some days it feels like I can't win, and lately it feels like I'll never win. He goes quiet for a moment and then sighs. I miss enjoying the one thing that makes me feel like me. Damien has another spoonful of ice cream, starting to mumble. Sorry, doubt you want to hear about all that. Don't be silly. I'm sorry they're still giving you a hard time. Damien grumbles. Is that all you wanted to say? Well... Damien pushes his bowl to the side so he can rest his chin on the table. He's looking away. Dad still doesn't approve of... us. I'm already in my mid-20s at the very least. I wish they'd mind their own business when it comes to my love life. I cross my arms and sit back in my chair. Do you want me to say anything? No! He jolts up then tries to settle back down. No, I appreciate it, but it's not worth getting into. I understand. Just let me know if there's anything I can do, alright? Thanks, Sai. We sit in an awkward silence. I can see Damien's tail swishing back and forth. I glance at my closed laptop. I'm going to commit to shelving work for the rest of the day. To break the tension, I stand up and stretch. Say, why don't we take a walk? Weren't you just saying how crazy the heat is? I just wanted to stop by somewhere real quick. Don't worry, it's not far. I've been cooped up here for the past few days. I think I can handle a little heat if it means stretching my legs. Came with me on if you came with me on my morning runs, it'd be way cooler, you know. What can I say? I enjoy being able to sleep in. Fair enough. I'll bite. Let's head out. Good. I'll bring some water bottles too, just in case. Yes, please. Damien grabs my bowl of ice cream. I'll clean up, it's only fair. My, what a gentleman. Damien holds a bowl in each of his hands as he flexes his biceps. I try. I push up my glasses to cover up the fact that I'm blushing. You certainly succeed, Tiger. I pick up my backpack and then stuff a couple of water bottles from the fridge inside. Just before heading out, I stop to put on my sneakers instead of dress shoes. Alright, ready? Sir, yes sir, lead the way. I reach for him. In that case, give me your hand. Damien giggles before extending a paw. When I take hold of it, he firmly squeezes. Damien and I head out in silence, enjoying each other's company. It doesn't take long for Damien to figure out where we're headed. We're blasted with cold air as we open the doors to the gym. Our sneakers squeak as we step on the empty basketball court. Damien breathes in deeply. The fresh smell of the court. I'll never get enough of it. But, tell me, why are we here to begin with? What do you think? I want to play with you. Damien sputters. Excuse me. I haven't played in a while. Besides, I've been itching to get some exercise in. I actually went out for a run earlier that morning. The star of the basketball team isn't going to turn down his #1 fan, is he? Damien blushes before giving me a big smile. Well, when you put it that way, I guess a game or two wouldn't hurt. That's the spirit. Just, where do they keep the balls anyway? Damien arches a brow at me and grins devilishly. Oh my god, grow up! You said it, not me. He holds his arms up. I'll go get them. Any particular variant you want to play? I used to play horse back in the day, but I figured we could start with a vanilla game. One-on-one is tough, you sure? What better way to learn than the hard way? Damien cracks his knuckles. If you insist! He goes to the storage closet to get us a basketball. When he comes back, he hands it to me and then creates some distance between us. I look down at the ball in my hands for a moment and then back up at him. He has that fierce look in his eye, same look he has at the beginning of every game. For a moment, I think about Damien's parents and how much pressure they put him under, but they don't see his passion. It fills me with anger. How blind can they be? I know there isn't much I can do about it. So for now, I smile. For him. Hey, Damien. What's up? Having second thoughts already? I know what it's like, to feel like you're losing your way sometimes. And it's scary when stuff that used to make you happy stops making you happy. It's not always our fault. For me, I just need someone to give me a friendly nudge, a different perspective. I hold the ball to my chest. When you're out on the court, playing your best, it doesn't matter to me if you're winning or losing. Watching you play is what inspires me, even on my worst days. I hope you remember that. Damien's eyes widen. For a moment, they glisten. He nods and smiles back at me, a big, genuine smile. Right. He gets in position, as do I. You ready? Yeah. Our sneakers echo through the gym. Maybe a polo shirt and khaki shorts weren't the move. Damien's shining smile made it worth it. Even if I start to get tuckered out after only a few rounds. Damien doesn't take it easy on me, even for a moment. I appreciate that. He's not looking down on me. He's giving me pointers. He's showing me that this is his space. And he lets me in. I couldn't be more thankful. And because of that, I'll always reach my hand out to him when he needs me the most. What feels like an eternity turns out to only be an hour. Hopefully all of our dates can feel like this. Me collapsing on the ground definitely isn't romantic or graceful, though. Okay, I think I need a break. Sounds good. Let me get you some water. Thank you! I managed to unstick myself from the floor in order to go over to the benches. Damien passes me a water bottle before dousing himself with his own, shaking around to get the excess off. I needed that. Very good warm-up. Happy to be of service. I try to do the same, but it's not nearly as sexy. Thank you, Cyrus. I know sports aren't your thing. I wouldn't say that. I just didn't have many people to play with growing up. Who knows? Maybe I'll try out for the team next year. Damien has a worried look on his face. I'm kidding. Jeez, I thought you'd have some confidence in me. I pout, but it's not really serious. I do. What the fuck? The fuck? If you want, I could probably practice with you more often. I'd like that. I'd love that. Karen and I are sitting in the empty bar. She thought about making some drinks, but I said it was too early. Not to mention to get Aaron bent out of shape. Ever since what happened with Lance, we've had to walk on eggshells around him. I'm hoping it passes soon. Eventually, Karen gets up and starts pacing. Any ideas what this is all about? Not a clue. Aaron messaged us to come in early this morning for a mandatory meeting. They're always mandatory. Try to get some work done on my axiom, but the antsy hyena is too distracted. What's got you so worked up? Well, I heard a rumor the other day. Apparently when a group is too small, the brass splits them up. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't that worry you? I shrug. Maybe it's for the best. It's been months since we've taken on any assignments. We've all been in our own heads after all. Well, I don't want to split up. Someone has to make sure Aaron keeps it together, and that's not a job for just anyone. Most importantly, if I'm not around, who's gonna bully you? You'll become insufferable if someone doesn't keep you humble. I stare at her blankly. She thinks I would be the insufferable one? You know what, Karen? That's a good point. Maybe I should push for a split. I shoot her a cocky grin. Yeah, right. I know you'd miss all of us the most. I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, let me start typing up my resignation letter. The doors fly open. Aaron's heavy footsteps fill the now hushed bar. His expression looks softer than usual. Morning, guys. Sorry to call you so early in the morning. Morning, boss! I nod at Aaron. Walks around the bar, places his paws on the counter, and looks at us sternly. Karen takes her seat again. In the corner of my eye, I can see her right leg bouncing up and down. I wish she'd relax already. Now I'll cut to the chase. There's going to be some changes to our team, effective immediately. I knew it. I'll go pack my bags. I get up from my stool. Well, it's been fun. Text me if you need anything. What? We're splitting up, right? No, where'd you get that idea? She points at me. Him. The fuck? No, you didn't! You said you hate us. Bitch! I raise my fists as I turn to face her. I have half a mind to try to beat her ass. She raises her hands defensively. Alright, that's enough. Aaron says with authority, but I can see him smiling. With a grunt, I admit defeat and then sit back down. It's not anything like that. In fact, quite the opposite. We have a new recruit joining us, starting today. Oh, that's way better than getting fired. Indeed. Aaron rubs the back of his head sheepishly. I'm sorry work's been sparse as of late. It's probably time I got my ass in gear. What's done is done after all. I don't believe him for a second. He doesn't need to know that, though. You should probably lead in with that. Karen was getting sappy again. Nuh-uh. Okay, yeah, I was. Aaron chuckles. We both smile. Sorry, I had to finalize the paperwork this morning. Well, that's a relief. So where are they? Aaron gestures for us to turn around. There is a hooded figure leaning against another bar counter across from ours. He's drinking a glass of water while reading something on his axiom. When the hell did he get here? Silver, can you come over and introduce yourself? He doesn't respond. Aaron clears his throat. That's kind of an order. You gotta meet your new teammates, okay? I think I hear a sigh from all the way over there. He slides off his axiom, puts his paws in his hooded pockets, and then walks over to us. It should be in the description, believe it or not. Like, if you scroll down to where the links are, then you'll find it. I can get a good look at his face under his hood. Name's Silver. Nice to meet you. He's not looking at us when he talks. Aaron walks out from behind the bar to go stand next to Silver, places a paw on his shoulder. He was a member of the assassination squad. The boss wanted to try something new, so he was assigned to our team instead. We're happy to have you. I know this might be an adjustment, but rest assured you can rely on us for anything. I don't think that'll be necessary, but thank you. I can manage on my own just fine. This whole team introduction thing is just formality, isn't it? Not at all! It's important that everyone here has a support group. That's why even on your solo missions, it's required for you to check in with your team from time to time. Just remember, the Resistance is a team effort. We're all working for the same cause here. Right. Can I go now? I snort. That gets his attention. Oh, great. We've got a tough guy. Kanto. I'm just saying, what's with the attitude? Acting all edgy isn't gonna win you any points here. I'm not here to win your affection, and I don't have time to listen to you be insecure either. I flare my nostrils as I get in his face. That's a damn shame. Better get used to it because you're stuck with us now. Yeah, not much to be stuck with in my opinion. What was that? You two don't even hear me come in. The white fox scoffs. I heard about what happened with your old partner. You did yourselves a favor by tossing out the trash. But you've all been walking around here, tails between your legs, and not doing a damn thing since. We all have to pull our own weight. Don't drag me down to your level. I can hear Karen get up from her stool. Aaron doesn't react. Maybe he's trying not to. Like that's any of your business. Someone needs to teach this guy a lesson. Try to grab the collar of his shirt. Instead, he sidesteps me before I can and then kicks me in the back of my knee to bring me to the ground. Before I know it, I'm on my knees. With one swift movement, he has my left arm behind my back with one paw and grips my neck with his other. I can feel his claws dig in. For a little guy, he's surprisingly strong. Aaron stomps a foot on the ground and growls, "That's enough!" Silver instantly lets me go. I grumble while I scramble to pick myself up from the floor. Bastard! How dare he show me up like that? Silver, whether you like it or not, you're a part of this team now. I strongly insist you make an effort to get along with him. If not, you will be out of a job. With your unique situation, I doubt that's what you need right now. As you so aptly put it, I have no problem removing troublesome individuals for my team. Understand? Silver's fists are clenched at his sides and he looks away. What does he mean by unique situation? Aaron's glare is quickly aimed at me. I'm not used to seeing such an angry expression on his face. At least not directed my way. I can feel some fur on my arms rise. Likewise. Kanto! You'd better watch yourself. You're not exactly setting a good example either. I'm surprised a scaredy cat like you would even dream of picking a fight with an assassin. I'd say you almost deserved that. You owe him an apology. I cross my arms and look away. Do I make myself clear? Both of you! I glance at Karen. She looks like she's enjoying this. I sneer at her. Might be imagining it, but I swear I heard Silver chuckle too. Understood. Yes, sir. I sigh and turn towards Silver, holding out my right hand to him. He pauses before taking it, and we shake hands. Sorry, didn't mean to pick a fight with you. I think you meant it, but it's fine. I can feel my right eye twitch. Oh, he's spicy. I like him. I furrow my brow and tighten my grip on his hand. He doesn't seem fazed by it. Good. Aaron crosses his arms, looking down at both of us. Now then, introduce yourselves properly. Karen pipes up first. I'm Karen, nice to meet you. Hey, do you want to spar sometime? That move was wicked cool. Silver sighs before he pulls down his hood. Maybe. I don't do well with people, though. Clearly. Aaron glares at me. Fine, jeez. I'm Kanto. I provide support in the backlines. It's good to meet you. I'm gonna get a good look at his face. Silver. I make my living killing people. His eyes look empty. I gulp. Good. Now that that's out of the way. Like I said, it should be there. Let me get it real quick. Yeah, let me grab it real quick. Alright. Good. Now that that's out of the way. My claw taps on my mug as I read through the recent report. It's only been 3 weeks and Silver's already taken down 3 targets. I've heard hitmen get a commission based on who they kill. Wonder if he's always like this. We haven't spoken since the day we met. Any chance we might get to, he immediately leaves. I click my tongue. Something about that guy pisses me off. I just don't know what. Well, at the very least, Aaron seems in better spirits lately. Maybe he's just a good actor. For a while, he wasn't really speaking to us that much, no matter how hard we tried to reach out after the Lansons situation. He seemed excited to introduce a new member to the team. Is this his way of coping with it all? There's nothing I can really do about it but keep trying to get along with that guy. According to my axiom, it's about time for lunch. Take a deep breath and swipe away the axiom screen. Aaron recommended a diner not too long ago, so maybe it's time to check it out myself. But that means going up to Lambent Peak. I reluctantly grab a pair of pants and my hoodie before making my way to the port. Hiya, welcome. Ah! It's cold. Too cold! Every time I come up here, it's a shock to the senses. So used to the warm weather of the forest, no way could I ever live up here. I rub my hands together to try to warm up as I start walking down the street to where the diner is. After staying up all night tinkering with stuff, I could use a nice cup of coffee. No time at all, the diner comes into view. After looking both ways, I cross the street and then head inside. Welcome in, please have a seat wherever you'd like. A shy voice greets me from behind the counter. Nod at him before freezing in my tracks. Silver stares at me from his seat at the counter. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I'm tempted to turn around and walk out. That's what he'd want. Instead, I choose to sit right next to him at the counter. Sup, teammate? Silver glares at me. What can I get for you, sir? Black coffee for now. I'll flip through the menu. Coming right up. And for you, bro? Silver shifts his attention to the other fox. His face softens. I'll take some tea. I have a headache all of a sudden. My eyebrow twitches. Oh, Ash, I think someone's trying to get your attention over there. Oh, coming, sir! He hurries away, leaving me alone with his apparent brother who's gone back to glaring at me. What? Don't tell him anything. Just let me do the talking and use code names. Think you can do that? He's got fire in his eyes. Who do you think you are? You think you can just waltz in here and start barking orders? Someone who could make your death look like an accident, or a suicide, depending on my mood. Why, you little... Sorry about that, where can I get you to? Silver snaps his attention back without missing a beat. I think I'll just do a chicken Caesar salad, thanks. He turns to me. Get what you want, it's my treat. Get what you want, it's my treat, teammate. I gulp. After skimming through the menu, I just pick something at random. I've lost my appetite. Coming right up! We're left alone. Again. This time we keep quiet for a while. I sip my coffee while trying to glance at Silver. He's still staring at me. I exhale. Do you mind telling me what crawled up your ass? He doesn't respond. Jesus, fine. I've just about had it with your edgy bitch routine anyway. He's my little brother. Silver gestures his hand in Ash's direction. He's not like us, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Silver's ears droop slightly. Sorry for jumping the gun there. I just don't want anything to happen to him, and that means not getting him mixed up in all this. He takes a sip of his tea. Damn, that's the most I've ever heard him speak. Don't worry about it. Nako's gonna squeal on you. Is that a promise? He looks at me with pleading eyes. It's a far cry from the cold glare he gave me when we met. Yeah, I promise. Good. Because teammate or not, I will make good on my word if you don't keep yours. He pierces me with another glare. I take back what I just said. Noted. Food's here, hope you enjoy. Ash places a pair of plates in front of us. Thanks, Ash. No problem. So... Uh-oh. You two know each other? Silver nearly chokes on his tea. You could say that. We actually work together at my new job. Oh, that's great! Glad you're starting to make some new friends. I don't know if we're quite there yet. Tell me, Talon. What's your position at work again? It's escaping me. Silver closes his eyes and sighs. I can tell he's losing patience. Bodyguard. That's right. I'm a tech consultant, so our paths haven't crossed much. Ah, well, that sounds safer than being a bodyguard. I wasn't exactly thrilled when Talon told me. Ash leans in closer to whisper to us. The codename thing is a little weird. Like I said before, it's just a safety precaution. Nothing more, nothing less. I clear my throat. Right, sorry, we can't say more than that, really. It's a high security job, so we can't talk about it outside of work. Sorry, Ash. No, I get it. I'm just worried is all. Don't be. It's nothing I can't handle. I hope so. The apartment is nice, so I can't really complain too much. I told you, the job has its perks. Apartment? Ash looks over at me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name before. It's nice to meet you. Just call me Ring for now. Nice to meet you too. We hold our hands and then exchange a quick glance. His paw is much lighter than Silver's. Wouldn't guess Talon had a little brother. The guy doesn't say much. He can be like that sometimes. Sorry about that. Hey, I'm right here. I decided to be a little shit today. You can only imagine how shocked I was when he invited me to lunch out of the blue. Said he was feeling lonely and that he wanted us to get to know each other. Even offered to pay for the meal. With my arm on the counter, I rest my head on my hand and look over at Silver with a smug grin. He's making a face like he's fighting back a headache. Oh, that is foul. It's gotta be tough being the new guy. Nothing a little bit of team building can't fix, ain't that right, Talon? Ash chuckles while Silver grabs a fork full of lettuce and then eats it. That sounds like him. Don't let his looks fool you. He's a lot nicer than he seems. And he's not afraid to go out of his way to help others. Silver doesn't respond. We just, moved to the area. Please be patient with him. He can be a bit of a handful. Is that right? It's sweet of you to look out for your big brother like that. Only returning the favor. Oh, and speaking of favors, please tell, Axel, please tell him I'm really grateful for setting me up here. It helps a lot. Job hunting wasn't going so well. I was getting desperate. I blink slowly and my ears perk up. Oh, sure. I'll let him know. Thank you. I nod and he smiles at us before going to help another customer. A smile curls my lips. What? He's a sweet kid. Tries to hide it, but I can see him smile too. Yeah, he is. I go back to sipping my coffee. Aaron helping a civilian get a local job is strange to me, and the housing too. He's not part of the resistance, so this feels like it's out of our jurisdiction. What's that all about? Is it a favor for Silver? Maybe this has something to do with their unique situation. Who knows? Guess I'll have to wait and see. You know what? We're gonna do the Halloween thing tonight also. Because, I mean, just look at it. We still have like half an hour. So we're just gonna do the Halloween. The morning sun starts to peek through the bar windows. I'm up earlier than usual. Again. Lately I've been having trouble sleeping. I just can't shake this restless feeling some days. At times like these, I have to distract myself however I can. More often than not, that means working on CAI, specifically my log. Vita advised me to take notes on everything I remember about the previous world. I might be one of the few currently alive from that era. Makes sense that I record my memories from that time. I often sit at the bar while Aaron works to try and jog my memory. He gets here pretty early to do inventory and clean up anything left behind. Weekend mornings are usually pretty slow, meaning it's quiet until the late afternoon. Feels more like a cafe sometimes. Looking at the date, I realize something. Huh. It's almost Halloween. You say something, Cyrus? I blink. Whoops, sorry, thinking out loud. Never thought about it before, but do y'all celebrate Halloween? Halloween? I don't think I've heard of it. Is it a holiday? It is. It was celebrated worldwide, but think how it was celebrated sometimes differed depended on where you lived. Try to remember the actual origins of Halloween. Like a lot of holidays at the time, it got pretty commercialized, though before that it had more religious origins. Aaron looks at me excitedly, forgetting he was cleaning some glasses. He could never resist a tale of the old world. Now, I'm not an expert by any means, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Supposedly on October 31st, the boundary between the living and the spirit world is at its thinnest. Spirits, demons, and monsters were said to cross over and walk among the living during that time. They wore costumes as a way to disguise their true forms, but honestly, I'm not too sure on the details. Well, it certainly sounds fantastical. I don't know if fantastical is the right word. Spirits walking around and pretending to be normal people sounds kind of unsettling. Remember an old friend of mine claimed he used to be able to see spirits when he was a kid. Never really believed him. Hopefully he didn't take it personally. But who knows, maybe he turned into a ghost himself and roams the earth. He could be standing right beside me, watching me. Even after 300 years? I'm sure he's moved on by now if you believe in that kind of thing. I'm not so sure. If I'm being honest, all the supernatural stuff might not be so crazy after all. What makes you say that? I've been having trouble sleeping. Oh, is everything okay? I've been experiencing strange stuff lately. Stuff I can't really explain. Aaron raises an eyebrow. Tell me about it. That's nothing, really. It's stupid. If you're losing sleep, it's not nothing. Tell me what's going on. I lower my head and sigh, staring at the counter below me. I thought my brain was just playing tricks on me or something, but it's been getting worse. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but... Do you ever hear voices, Aaron? My voice gets shaky and Aaron's eyes go wide. Hear what? Just voices. I can never make out what they're saying, but I hear them sometimes. They're always nearby, like from inside my closet or outside my room. I thought maybe others were just passing by, but these halls are always empty. Then one day I was walking down the halls alone and started hearing the pitter-patter of footsteps following me. When I turned around, there was no one there. But they're definitely there, and they keep coming back. I kept walking, and I heard it again. Hmm? Sometimes I feel like they're trying to keep up with me. When I stop, they stop too. It's like it's taunting me. I'd like to think maybe Silver is just messing with you, but I wish it were only that. There are even nights where I'm laying down in bed and it sounds like someone is whispering to me. But when I turn on the lights, again, no one's there. I can see the fur stand up on the back of his neck. I end up leaving the lights on because I'm too scared to fall back asleep otherwise. That's a little concerning, Cyrus. Ever since then, I've started seeing shadows out of the corner of my eyes, too. It's gone so bad, Aaron. The bar is the only place I feel like I can escape it all. Is that why you're here right now? I had no idea. You should have told me. Longer he stares at me with those concerned eyes, the harder it becomes to keep myself together. And a grin creeps up on my face. You made that up, didn't you? Sorry. You're kidding. Aaron takes a deep breath. Come on, you really had me going there for a second. I think I sold it pretty well. Aaron leans over the counter and grumbles. Maybe a little too well. I don't even believe in ghosts. I should have known better. I bet you don't believe in them either, do you? Hey, I never said that. I like to believe they're real. Speaking of, do you want to know something else? Say that at 3 a.m. is time when the spirits are most active. It's called the witching hour. Have you ever woken up randomly in the middle of the night? I do. Often. You may have had contact with a spirit, or maybe they were trying to communicate with you. For what reason? Couldn't say. If you ever wake up and see something standing at the foot of your bed, you should be careful. It means a barrier between the living and the dead is broken. You'll never get rid of them after that. Aaron grumbles and folds his arms. I promise you the only reason I wake up in the middle of the night is because I have to go to the bathroom. Sure, sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I feel like the idea of someone stalking me in my sleep is scarier than any ghost. You got a point. Ever heard stories of trespassers hiding in people's homes? It's a whole thing. I don't really like the sound of that. Yep, they hide during the day and then come out at night when everyone's asleep, raid their fridges and steal their belongings, everything. Can't imagine finding out one day that there's been someone living in my walls for who knows how long. Then you get what I mean when I say people are way scarier than anything else. True. Thank God surveillance cameras were invented, right? Aaron pats the counter with his hand twice. Enough of that. Tell me more about Halloween. Oh, right. Let's see. I rub my chin. Back in my day, it was celebrated differently depending on how old you were. Kids would dress up in monster costumes, just like the spirits in the stories, and knock on people's doors to ask for candy. It was called trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating? Yeah, when people opened their doors, you would have to shout trick-or-treat. They'd give you candy that you would carry around in a sack with you. And after a night of going door to door, you would end up with a pretty hefty sack of candy. Ah, so that's the tree. What if they give you a trick? What was considered trick? I pause and scratch my cheek. I don't think we thought about it that far. What's the point of asking for a trick? I'm not really sure. It was just a tradition. Oh, another thing about it, some adults would try to scare us kids. Aaron chuckles nervously. That sounds kind of mean, doesn't it? Sure, but that was part of the fun. Try and get scared on Halloween. Remember one Halloween I was with my mom and I walked up to someone's house. There was a man dressed in a black coat holding a cauldron full of candy. I couldn't see his face and he didn't say anything, but a sign next to him said to take a piece. I was like 5 years old, so I was scared out of my mind. Rightfully so. Aaron smirks and crosses his arms. I reached into the cauldron, grabbed a candy, and as soon as I thought I was safe, the man lunged forward and surprised me. He was like, trick or treat, kid. I mimicked the old man and pretended to lunge at Aaron, and he flinches. All this for something you can buy at the store. I have no idea how kids are so resilient sometimes. I smirk and cross my arms. Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, I screamed and ran back to my mom. And I'm back. Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, I screamed and ran back to my mom. The whole thing just sounds like a mean prank. It was fun. Halloween is all about the spooky scary, after all. I never liked being scared as a kid, but as I got older, it seemed like people were more afraid of me than anything. He points to his eyes. I think I've scared enough kids for one lifetime, you know? Oh, yeah, that's fair. That doesn't mean I didn't take advantage of it, though. And if you keep trying to mess with me, I might have to show you what real fear looks like. Oh? Aaron shoots me an intimidating glare, unlike any expression I've seen him wear before. He's not wrong, although I like how unique his eyes look. That glare sends a shiver down my spine. He leans over me, and I gulp. If I'm being 100% honest with myself, seeing Aaron like this, it's kinda hot. But I'm not gonna tell him that. Or maybe I will? Glancing up at him, I give a nervous laugh. You can try, but I don't think that'll work on me. And why is that? Tigers always look cute when they're angry. What? Aaron's face changes completely from intimidating to bewildered. He blinks and looks away, and I can see him glancing at me from the corner of his eye. My face starts turning red. I won't lie, that's a first for me. What is? Even the toughest men get scared by that look. You know how many people I've scared off with that glare alone? More than a couple, I bet. Maybe you really are fearless, but being fearless and acting fearless are two very different things. It means nothing if you can't back it up. He leans forward on the counter with one elbow and shoots me a wink. When I was running around the streets, I had no fear. I was an unstoppable force, not to be messed with. His voice suddenly gets deeper. You should think twice before getting on my bad side, Cyrus. Can't help but laugh, and his face softens up because of it. You're about as scary as a stuffed animal. He chuckles and straightens up. Maybe not now, but you shouldn't underestimate me. Anyway, how did adults celebrate Halloween besides giving out candy? I leaned back in my chair. Depends on the adult. Once you got older, most of us kind of grew out of it. It was just another day. But age didn't stop the Halloween enthusiasts. Even just decorating for the month of October could be fun. Halloween aesthetic is kind of nostalgic. It gave us an excuse to keep that childlike wonder in us alive, you know? Oh, and there were also haunted houses. Haunted houses? Don't worry, they were really haunted. How do I explain it? It's a place to get scared on purpose, if that makes sense. Not at all. I chuckle and Aaron arches an eyebrow. It sounds stupid, I know. A group of people would rent out a building to decorate along with hiring actors to dress up for the event. Hi, Axel, thank you for the raid. The goal was to reach the end while the actors try to scare you the whole way through. Let me guess, you were the one to lead your group? Well... No? It was usually Diana that led me and Damien through them. I screamed. A lot. Gotta love a good cheap jump scare. Aaron starts laughing. So it turns out you're not that fearless. I can't really imagine you being scared, much less screaming. It sucked. But it was still fun. Glad I can still remember these things even that far back. It makes me feel warm. But other than that, people used it as an excuse to dress up, drink, and party till sunrise. It's not really my thing, but as long as you're with good friends, you can get through most anything. Aaron looks pensive as he gazes out the window, and then smiles. Let's do it, he says enthusiastically. Huh? Let's host a party, I'll fund it myself. He chuckles and looks back at me. I was just thinking how it's been a while since we've had one. The Halloween party sounds like it'd be fun. Would you want to try and put it together? Like, you want me to host it? Well, you are the expert. Oh no, I don't think I have it in me. You need someone with a lot of energy. How about Karen? That seems up her alley, right? What? Are you scared? He teases. Yes! A little bit. Then that's perfect. Halloween is all about being scared. Isn't that what you said? As long as you help Karen set it up, I'll cover the expenses. I groan in defeat. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. You said it's at the end of the month. That should be enough time to get everything together. Tell me, what kind of monster do you think I should dress up as? He wiggles his eyebrows, knowing it's the easiest way to get me to both blush and snort. Stop! I laugh and then fixate on those fangs of his. I think I have a pretty solid idea. A couple days go by. When I explained the idea to Karen, she was eager to jump at the chance to organize it. Somehow we managed to convince not only Kanto, but also Silver to help with the planning too. I just hope we can throw a party without incident this time. Unsurprisingly, party supply stores don't carry Halloween decorations these days, so we had to make them ourselves. It wasn't difficult, but it did require me to do a lot of prep work, and I'm not exactly an artist. As it turns out, Karen is pretty good at crafts. I shouldn't be surprised if she can build her own prosthetic arm. She can probably make anything. While I'm sitting at a table with Silver and Kanto, Karen shouts at me as she tries to hang up an orange banner. Hey Cyrus, how does this look? It's a little crooked. Try raising it up a little. Okay! The banner says Happy Halloween in black letters, hand-painted of course. Tried explaining the various customs of Halloween to everyone, but I worry I didn't do a good job. Meanwhile, Silver is working on the invitations while Kanto is attempting to carve a pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. Trying to advertise a party about a holiday nobody knows about has presented some challenges. So, like, what's the point of carving out pumpkins exactly? And what about all this? He points while gesturing at the scooped-out pile of seeds and pulp next to him on the table. The roasted seeds are good, plus you can use pumpkin pulp to make pie. I can't say my parents ever really did anything with the leftovers, though. Kanto rolls his eyes and continues scooping out the pumpkin. Seems a little wasteful, but hey, it's your party. Hey, Sai, could you explain what kind of costumes people should be wearing again? I get they're supposed to be monsters, but I've never heard of some of these. Yeah, hold on, I actually sketched some up a few days ago. Take a sketchbook out of my Axiom that I recently bought. After laying it open on the table, I present my crudely drawn pictures of various monsters. Take a look. Silver pulls it towards him and starts slowly flipping through every page. If I'm being honest, people didn't always dress up as monsters. Sometimes they dress up in cute costumes or just something silly. This is a side story. My guy. This is a side story. This isn't the main plot. Those are just some basic ideas. Silver pauses and then gives me a thumbs up. Alright, I think I've got it, thanks. Now it's Kanto's turn to look over them as he begins turning pages. I still don't think vampires are a real thing. I don't remember saying they were real. The dragon scratches his head. This all seems kind of ridiculous and weird if you ask me. That's the point, it's a fun excuse to be weird. Like you need an excuse. Har, I think you're due for some fun in your life anyway. Damn stick in the mud. I jab him in the shoulder and he winces, eyes going wide for a moment. He grumbles and starts rubbing his shoulder. Ow, you're getting a little too strong, you know. Oh, you really think so? I flex my arm and Kanto grumbles. Good to know your training is coming along. Silver interrupts our bickering. By the way, do you think Ash could come? I pause for a moment. I don't see why not. Think the party would be his kind of scene? Dunno, he works a lot, but I think he uses it as an excuse to socialize with his coworkers. Maybe you would like something
It's time
like
to
this.
drink water.
Is this exclusively a work
It's
party?
time to drink
Nah, I think
water.
it'd be great if this was a local event. Who knows, maybe
It's
we'll
time to drink
We'll
water.
bring back Halloween for real. Ease yourself.
It's time to drink
What the hell
water.
is a zombie? He points at one of my sketches. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. I hear footsteps from behind me, along with the sound of ice clinking glass. You guys working hard? More or less. Aaron sets a drink down in front of each of us. So, is anyone gonna tell Karen the party's not for a couple weeks? I did, but she was eager to get a head start. I start counting fingers. She's also trying to figure out how many cauldrons, spiderwebs, gravestones, and other stuff she could cram in here. Don't forget the pumpkins. And the pumpkins, yes. Hopefully it turns out well. We had to make a trip to a hardware store to pick up supplies to make at least half of that stuff from scratch. Come to think of it, maybe we should leave the decorations up. Why is that? Advertisement! We'll have bar patrons seeing the decorations all month before the party. Good point. Silver takes a sip of his drink first. Since we're already here, what do you think we should dress up as for this party? I crack my knuckles. I thought you'd never ask. I first point to Silver. Okay, you'd make a great slasher. Knives and a mask are a must. A little bit on the nose, but I can work with that. Good. Next. And you, Kanto, I think you'd make a great Frankenstein. A Franken what? And last, but certainly not least. Hey. I point to Aaron. With those teeth, you'd make a perfect vampire. Isn't that the one who drinks people's blood? Good, you were listening. Then I gesture to myself. I think we go the easy route and be a zombie. Kind of already am one, to be honest. And what about her? We all look up to Karen, who's still trying to get the banner just right. Don't worry, we already discussed that when we first met up. I think she'd make a great witch. It's a pretty versatile look. They wear cloaks and hats and carry around broomsticks. Though I've definitely seen people take them in a unique direction. How so? Sexy witches. What do you mean, sexy witches? Like taking the initial idea and making it sexy. Skimpy and short dresses with frills, showing off a lot of skin, you know? Kanto snorts. Yeah, good luck getting her to dress up like that. That's true. I can hear Silver's chair scoot back and I look over to him. Hey, do you mind taking over for a while, Sai? I have some errands to take care of. Sorry, I'll be back in a bit to help some more. That's fine. We'll be here for a while. I'm going to start working on the posters too. Kanto stops what he's doing and looks over to Silver. Do you need me to come with you? As Silver makes his way to the door, he stops and looks back. Nah, should be okay on my own. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'll see you around. He starts walking away again, waving back at us, and then exits the bar. I can help but notice a slight tension from their exchange and look over to Kanto, who has immediately gone back to scooping. It's pretty much as I feared. Silver has been kind of cold with Kanto lately. Should I say something to Kanto? I feel like I should, but with everyone else around, it might be awkward. Next time for sure. Maybe I can cheer him up a bit. I turn back to Aaron, who also has a concerned look. Hey, Aaron, didn't you say you were trying out some Halloween-themed cocktails for the party? Could we try a few since we're already here? I don't see why not. You up for it, Kanto? Kanto snapped out of his focus. Oh, I don't know about right now. Come on, have a drink with me, Kanto. Please! We've never had a drink together, you know. I give him the biggest smile I can muster, and he rolls his eyes. Alright, relax. Stop making that face at me. It's weird. And just one. You know I'm a lightweight. You got it. We're ready, Aaron. Good. Let me show you one I cooked up last night. Oh? Aaron has a sparkle in his eyes. Something I've grown to like after spending time with him these past couple of months. Goes back to his station and begins preparing our drinks. Once he's done, he returns with 2 martini glasses for both of us. He has this dubious look on his face and wiggles an eyebrow. I call this a Black Widow. Try it out. Can't imagine why you would call it that. Kanto remarks sarcastically as we both examine our drinks. Inside the glass are layers of colors. It's mostly black, with the bottom of it being a vibrant red. The black layer looks intimidating. Perfect for Halloween. On second thought. Hey, you promised! I don't remember promising anything, but I guess I can't let it go to waste either. Here goes nothing. I hold out my glass to Kanto and he does the same. Cheers. Cheers. I try to take a big chug, but as soon as it goes down my throat, I start coughing up a storm. What the? Don't chug it, idiot! You okay, Cyrus? Suddenly he can hear Karen calling out from me across the bar. You good over there, Cy? Through my strained voice, I try to reassure her I'm fine. I keep coughing and Aaron starts patting my back. Whoa! That's a little strong. You're supposed to sip a martini. Kanto starts laughing to himself, which makes me smile. Yeah, I know. I think I might have gotten a little too brave in college when I used to drink. Tastes like vodka and cranberry. That's right, a vodka cranberry with a little bit of food coloring. Simple, right? I was never a fan of vodka. So you get the glass back towards Aaron with one finger and he chuckles. I'll try to whip up something else later then. That's karma forcing me to drink with you. It's pretty good though, I'll admit. Suddenly, Karen comes scampering towards us. What you got there, Cy? A new drink. Yeah, but I think I'm done with it. I'll take it off your hands. Go for it. It's too strong for me. Shame. Step aside, guy. I'll handle this one for ya. Karen swipes the glass off from the table and examines it, then swirls it a bit in her hand. Whoa, this looks wicked, Aaron. You think so? Okay, I'm going in. She suddenly starts chugging the glass, not even taking a moment to breathe. Once she's done, she slams it on the counter and wipes her mouth with her arm. Delicious, I think I feel. Rejuvenated. That might just be a buzz. You never hold back, do you? What do you call this? Aaron chuckles. It's nothing special, just a vodka cranberry, but I'm calling it a Black Widow. So you're making specialty drinks? I can help you make the menu. Oh, that's a good idea. I need a dedicated taste tester anyway. She fist bumps Aaron while wearing a big grin. I'm glad to see she seems even more enthusiastic about this party than I am. It's a nice contrast to Silver and Kanto, who both seem a little reluctant. But I appreciate that they're humoring the idea anyway. With that, I pick up where Silver left off with the invitations. Despite the crappy weather outside, the party went off without a hitch. The thunderstorms only adds to the atmosphere. Ash asked an early partygoer if they could take a photo of our group with the camera Crystal gave him. Silver and Kanto were reluctant, but with enough convincing we managed to drag them into it. An hour passes and the place is really starting to fill up. Still not having a lot of confidence in my ability to host, I left the reins to Karen and Aaron. They've thrown more parties here than I can count. Still a little too loud for my liking, but I'm glad everyone's having fun. I don't have the courage for mingling, so I stick to occasionally greeting people who arrive and passing out bags of candy. Meanwhile, Kanto's off chatting up some locals. I haven't seen Silver yet. Aaron's busy making drinks for everyone, and Karen's on the stage doing karaoke. Glad to see that it's still around. Sadly, no Halloween songs survived from my time period. Karen is going crazy on some heavy metal rock songs instead. I didn't know her voice could go that deep. Every now and then, new partygoers come rushing through the front doors yelling Happy Halloween or something close to it. It's really bringing back that nostalgic feeling for me. As expected, most people didn't really have a good sense on how to dress up, at least outside of our group. Several people are just wearing capes or cloaks, but with no real distinguishable theme. It's a start. What's important is that everyone's having fun with it. That's what I tell myself anyway. Hey, little man, that outfit looks sick! I jump and look to where the loud, gruff voice is coming from. Saying there is a large male bear who is now focused on me. Next to him is another smaller female bear. They're both dressed up in what I'm assuming is chef uniforms, along with the hats. Huh? Oh, thank you. I don't think I've seen you around here before. What's your name? You can call me Sai. Nice meeting you, Sai. I'm Bill, and this is my little sister, Kathy. Kathy crosses her arms and pouts. I actually had other plans tonight, but this guy here insisted I come with him to do this thing. Don't pretend you didn't want to dress up with me just like when we were kids. Yeah, but something cool. Like Sai here. She gestured her hands at me while wearing an annoyed expression, and Bill chuckles. I think it's cute. A couple of chefs. Chef and sous chef. Oh, please. When the last time you cooked anything by yourself? Don't pay attention to her. It's looking like a real party tonight. Kathy takes a deep breath and looks over to me. Anyway, what are you supposed to be? Oh, it's supposed to be a zombie. What in the world is a zombie? It's the living undead. They're all corpsey and walking around eating people. That's gross. Cool, but gross. We're gonna stop it for the ad. We're gonna break from the ads. And we're back. She puts her hands on her hips and turns to Bill. Yeah, see that, Bill? We're doing that next time. None of this cutesy stuff. If it'll get you relaxed, I'll do anything. Damn, girl. I chuckle nervously. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll host another party next year. Oh, please do. I know I'm being bitchy, but this place looks amazing. This is just my vibe. Whatever this is. I'm glad you like it. It took a while for me and Karen to put it together. Of course, Karen is the one that helped set it up. She's such a party animal. Oh, you know Karen? Who doesn't? She's only the loudest drinker at Starlight Road. But you gotta hand it to her. She knows how to party. Ain't that the truth? Look at her go. Oh, before you go, have some party favors. I turn around and grab 2 bags of candy and hand them to the pair. Thanks again, Mr. Zombie. She winks at me and starts walking away. Meanwhile, Bill is waving goodbye. Anyway, see you around, side. We're gonna meet up with a few friends. Sure, have fun, you guys. And with that, the siblings are gone. Suddenly hear a familiar chuckle and I turn to see my favorite fox standing near me. Yo. Hey. You look like you're having fun. Are you doing okay? Yeah, doing my best anyway. Look over at the roaring crowd. Didn't expect to get this much attention for a Halloween party. Well, it's funny you say that. When we were sending out invites, people sent some pretty interesting replies. Silver takes out his Axiom screen. A good chunk of them said they'd heard of this holiday through bits and pieces from their families. One said their grandma used to tell them stories from before the fall, from her great-great-grandma. Another one questioned whether this had something to do with boxes of strange costumes hidden away in their family's basement. Huh. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I mean, 300 years is a long time, but in the grand scheme of history... Oh, you got the look on your face. What are you thinking about? I'm just surprised is all. It was good to know that some old traditions survived the fall. Maybe it was pessimistic of me to think that there was nothing left. Now I'm curious what else survived. Sounds like a good first date for you and Axel. Har har. What about you, though? I know parties aren't really your thing. You're right, they're not. Silver turns his gaze towards the crowd at Ash. It's dressed like a ghost, a pretty simple outfit. It's covered in a white cloth that Karen stitched together to make it work like a makeshift hoodie, along with a face mask. Ash looks like he's doing his best to socialize with the friend he brought along with him. He was really excited to meet everyone. Oh, hiya, welcome. Welcome back. And you're okay with that? I'm still anxious about him living on his own, even now, but what can you do? I can't baby him forever, gotta let him live his life. And what about you? What about me? How are you and Kanto doing? Silver raises a brow. We're doing fine, why? Okay. What? It's nothing, I just thought that Kanto seems down lately is all. Figured you might know why. I'll talk to him later. I think you should. How tight-lipped Silver is acting. I've steered the conversation into awkward territory. I'm genuinely curious about what's going on with him. I look over to Ash in the crowd. Well, anyway, I'm glad you invited your brother. He looks like he's having fun at least. Good. I'd call that mission accomplished. I take a long look at Silver's costume. Gotta say, you and Karen did a pretty good job putting your costume together. Figured you didn't care much what you wore to this thing. Silver shrugs and smirks. Why not? It's to celebrate the revival of Halloween, right? Do you like the blood? I'm surprised you haven't gotten any looks. Oh, I have. Had to shake him off and convince him it's not real. Figures. I laugh and lean back in my chair. Thanks for going along with all this. Means a lot, even if you're not super into it. It's no sweat. I figured if you're around it wouldn't be so bad. Silver chuckles to himself when we watch the crowd for a little while. This is definitely more my speed. Oh, bye. Ah. Then all of a sudden the lights go out and the music comes to an abrupt stop. Unsurprisingly, the crowd is either screaming or groaning as they're now engulfed in the pitch black. No! My party! Karen cries out from the darkness. Few of the attendees, myself included, turn on our axioms for a bit of light. The hell? I get up from my stool. What's going on? Not sure, I guess the power went out. Hey, what's the big idea? Someone in the crowd shouts. Aaron takes out his stern voice in response. Remain calm, everyone. With a storm like this, it's not a surprise that the power went out. Stay where you are and don't panic. We'll have someone check on the generator. I can't clearly see him from here, but it looks like he's typing on his axiom. Silver's wrist beeps. Looks like Axel's put me up to the task. I'm going to the basement to check it out. I'll come with you. Sure, let's go. Oh, shit. Hang on. I'm gonna drink something real quick. What? I just love... I don't know. Oh, that's good. We head towards the entrance to the lower floor. But before we can reach it, Ash calls out to us while making his way through the crowd. Silver, where are you going? Hey, we were just going to check on the generator downstairs. Stay here for a bit, okay? After a moment, he stops in front of us. Are you kidding me? Let me go with you guys. If someone's causing problems, you're going to need backup. We're fine. Besides, I've already got Cyrus here to watch my back. I don't really think he needs me to, if I'm being honest. I don't think you need to worry about him. No offense, but I know more than anyone that Silver is prone to getting into dangerous situations. Silver shrugs. You do what you gotta do, right? Please let me go with you for my peace of mind. Ash. Silver! I look back and forth between the two. I'm coming with you. He leans in close to whisper. Besides, I'm always armed anyway, remember? Ash gives Silver a stern look, and with a grumble, he gives in. Alright, fine! Ash smiles with his chest puffed out. Considering how protective Silver is, I never expected Ash to be the one to make Silver give in to his demands. I give a nervous laugh and Silver opens the door. It's pitch black. Peeking over Silver, Ash and I look at each other, more than a little concerned. You've got a flashlight, right? Of course I do. Don't tell me you're scared. I huff at Silver, who takes out a flashlight from his axiom. What makes you say that? Your ticker. Oh, hey, cut it out. It's not helping. Ash chuckles and I pout. Judging from your heart rate going down, I'd say it is. I can hear it too. Sorry, Cyrus. Though it sounds a little funny. Not sure how to describe it. Oh, that's... I clear my throat. I had heart surgery a long time ago. What you're hearing is probably my pacemaker. Ash raises an eyebrow. Oh, I had no clue. Do you think it's a good idea to come with us if that's the case? That's fine. I'll be fine. Wave away is concerned. I'm surprised I managed to make up that excuse on the fly. Luckily, Silver saves me by chiming in. As he should, since he's the one that drew attention to it. Okay, it's time to take the plunge. Are you guys ready? Just stay behind me and watch your step. The fox clicks on the flashlight and heads down the stairs. We gulp and follow him. It's been a while since I've been down here. I don't come down here often myself, but I know where the generator is. I didn't even know this place had a lower floor. Yep, there are a bunch of rooms down here, too. What are they all for? You're too young. Ask me in a few years, maybe. What does that mean? Silver smirks. Nothing, don't worry about it. Does Aaron secretly have a sex dungeon in his basement? When were you gonna drop the whole Big Brother thing? I just turned 20 not that long ago. Doesn't matter how old you are, you're always gonna be my little brother. Even though I tower over you, you're taller by like an inch if that. Don't get cocky. But yes, even if you tower over me. Ash sighs and we move on. As we continue to descend, Silver stops in his tracks and we do the same. What's wrong? Do you hear that? Hear what? Silver points his flashlight down at the foot of the stairs. Stay close to me. Ash and I both nod. Okay. The farther down we get, the more I think I do hear something. Sounds like wailing or howling even. I drop my voice to a whisper. What the hell is that? Shh, I don't know. You good, Ash? Yeah, sure. This is nothing. We're almost to the bottom at this point. Sounds like a few people are screaming in the distance, but that could just be from the party upstairs. It's hard to tell. And we hear faint footsteps, and they are definitely not from upstairs. Silver doesn't hesitate to pull a knife out with his free paw. Ash, I know I said you could come along, but I'm serious this time. Just stay here and let me deal with this. I'm going to check it out. By yourself, are you sure? Yes, you two just watch each other's backs. I give a weak nod and Ash steps closer to my side. Just promise we'll be careful, okay? Silver holds up the paw wielding his knife and sticks out his curled pinky. Pinky promise. Ash looks surprised by that and shakes his head. Alright, just give us a signal or something to let us know it's okay. Nervous, we stay at the bottom of the stairs as he ventures off down the hall. Turns a corner and walks farther in, leaving us alone. I know better than to call out to him. If there is something in there, he'd lose the element of surprise. God damn, am I scared? At least Ash is here with me. I can hear a faint tapping noise. Glancing at my side, I realize it's Ash tapping his foot. He must be nervous. Hey, Silver's gonna be fine. You know how your brother is. Huh? Oh, yeah, I know. Ash chuckles. I'm not worried about Silver. Then what's up? I'm not a big fan of the dark. Besides, whatever's waiting in the dark should be the one afraid of Silver. I smirk. Yeah, no kidding. After a minute of the faint creaking of doors opening and closing, the sounds stop altogether. Both of our attention is now focused on the hallway. What the? Hear what sounds like what I think is Silver is sighing. Then he calls out to us. The coast is clear, you guys are good. Even as Silver says so, I'm still uncomfortable walking through the darkness. Biting my lip, Ash and I tiptoe to the end of the hall, following the dim light of Silver's flashlight. As we turn the corner, we can see Silver standing in front of another door, looking around with his flashlight, pointing it farther down the hall. Looks like someone was definitely down here. There's a staircase that leads outside. Whoever ran off left the exit open. Hear the intense howling of the storm. Well, that's one mystery solved, I guess. Were we robbed? The fox motions for me to come look in the room he's standing in front of. God damn, my heart can't take this. Shines his flashlight on what I assume to be the generator. It's absolutely covered in graffiti. And similar words are sprayed on the wall. There's a wrench lodged into the Jenny. I don't think we can fix this ourselves. Ash sighs and puts his hands on his hips. Well, isn't that just nice? At least we're in immediate danger anymore, I think. Says that, but I still feel uneasy standing here in total darkness. Silver turns his head to face me. Cyrus, be real with me. Is this what the trick and trick-or-treating is meant to be? This isn't really what I had in mind, no. So much for harmless pranks. Cross my arms and sigh. Well, I guess we better head upstairs. Let's check in with Aaron. Right, but first things first, let's lock the back exit. We all nod in agreement and head towards the stairs at the end of the hall, with Silver leading once again. When we reach the top, the double doors are wide open. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Oh, that scared me a little. When we reach the top, the double doors are wide open, swaying and rattling with the storm's violent gusts. Give me a second, I'm gonna go check out the alley, just in case our perpetrator decided to linger. As Silver makes his way outside, he starts aiming his flashlight around in different directions, but doesn't say anything. Starts walking down the alley out of our sight, and we're left in silence. After what feels like an excruciatingly long minute, the silence lingers. Ash starts to fidget in agitation. Silver? Hey, say something already, you're freaking us out! Shh! Ash takes a small step, and then another, and then starts walking quickly towards the doors. Reach out to Ash to try and stop him. Hey, we should wait for a signal! Silver?! Ash is now standing out in the alleyway, his eyes darting back and forth in every direction. I rush to his side and go on the alert. All that can be heard is howling winds and lashing rain, and Silver is nowhere to be seen. I start loudly whispering for him, but still no response. What if he's hurt, Cyrus? I'm sure he's fine. Silver wouldn't ever let himself get hurt, right? Suddenly I hear what sounds like someone stepping in a puddle. We both whip our heads around in the direction it came from. Silver? Ash? I think we should go back inside. Before he can respond, we hear more continuous splashes, and I realize someone's sprinting towards us. Ash yells out of fright, and I instinctively activate my time manipulation. Whatever's running towards us is fast. Too fast. Fast enough that I can make a split-second decision before a black silhouette can be seen lunging towards Ash. Instinctively, I reach out to shove him out of harm's way until I realize who it is lunging at him. Silver? Boo! I return time back to normal and Ash falls backwards onto his butt. Silver is standing over him, hunched over with his claws extended towards him. Silver, what the hell are you doing? You scared the crap out of me. Real funny, Silver. Gotcha. He retracts his claws and reaches his hand out to Ash, who's now glaring at him. I had to get in one spook for Halloween, right? Consider this my trick for the night. The coast is all clear, by the way. That's not funny. I seriously thought you were hurt or something. Or worse. Come on, like I'd ever let that happen. You know me. And didn't I say to stay put anyway? Ash grabs onto his hand and Silver lifts him up onto his feet. And now my costume is all wet. Damn it, Silver, he says while patting down his backside. Sorry about that. Didn't expect you to get that scared. Well, who the heck wouldn't get scared? It's all dark and there's a friggin' storm and you're suddenly MIA. His voice cracks in the middle of his berating. Happy Halloween? Ash finally cracks a smile and sighs. You're an idiot. To be fair, you had me going there for a second too. Good job. But let's not do that again. Your timing needs work. Right. Silver pulls the flashlight out of his pocket and turns it on. Anyway, I didn't find anyone out here. Looks like they really did take off. Let's head back inside before we get even more soaked. No kidding. I think I'm ready to call it a night. That's enough Halloween for me, thanks. I don't think we have much of a choice anyway with the power out and all. Make our way towards the doors with me trailing behind the other two. Ash grabs a handle of one of the doors and closes it, leaving the other door open so I can finish the job. Before I can make my way inside, I stop. Something catches my eye. Take a step backwards, staring at the back of the closed door and can make out something faint. Huh? What is it? You see something, Cyrus? Yeah, I think so. Come check this out. Silver and Ash walk over to my side, trying to figure out what I'm seeing. Along the back of the door and extending on some of the walls is what looks to be more graffiti and red paint, but I can't make out what it says. Ash tries to decipher it himself. Huh? Does that say sing? Your sing? That doesn't make sense. Silver points his flashlight so we can read it more clearly. Your sins? No idea what that means. Maybe there's more to it. Is there something more on the other door? Let's see. Silver aims the light to the left, and sure enough, he's right. There's more barely legible text behind the open door. That's fun. Here, I'll close it so we can see what it says. When I approach the door, Silver's flashlight flickers and then goes out, plunging us into the gloom. Hey, what happened? Ah, crap. Guess I haven't charged it in a while. Sorry. Starts shaking it and gives it a smack, but it doesn't turn back on. That's convenient. No way we can read it now. Let's give it a shot anyway. Cyrus? Alright. Continue what I was doing and making sure both doors are closed before I stand back next to Silver. And I still can't make out what it says, especially with my eyes still trying to adjust to the darkness. I've got nothing. What about you guys? Like I said, it's too dark. I can't read it either. Silver? Silver takes a step closer, now standing ahead of us, and rubs his chin. I think I can make it out. Maybe. Well, Ash and I stand there with bated breath, waiting for Silver to answer. But before he can, lightning arcs through the storm clouds like an outstretched hand. A pearl of thunder loud enough to make Ash and I jump shakes the night air. That moment I see it. I can read the graffiti clear as day. Never forget your sins. The echo of thunder dies down and we're left there staring at the graffiti. Never forget your sins. That's kind of ominous. Ash grumbles and we look at each other. As if the generator wasn't enough. Now they've gone and vandalized the building too. I can help clean it up later if you want. Yeah, Axel isn't going to be too happy about this. Ash doesn't seem too fazed by the graffiti, as cryptic as it is. Well, time to go deliver the bad news. I bet he's getting restless just waiting for us and trying to calm down the crowd. Ash gives a nervous smile. Right. You ready, Silver? Real Silver had remained silent. He's still staring at the graffiti. Silver? Silence. Hey, what's up? Step closer to him and see what he's so focused on. When I do, he doesn't seem to notice me. He's just mouthing something slowly, and from what I can tell, he almost looks like he's in a trance. Put my hand on his shoulder to get his attention. Silver jumps, his body stiff with fright, his face an expression of terror I've never seen from him before. Oh, geez, sorry, what's got you so spooked all of a sudden? What? Oh, it's nothing. He loosens up his tense shoulders a bit and looks away from me. I'm fine. It's nothing. He then looks over to Ash, who is staring at him, eyebrows raised. Breaking eye contact with him, he then opens the door back up. Let's get going. We're wasting time. There are probably backup light fixtures stored down here we should probably take upstairs. They're independent from the generator and might still have some charge left in them. He rushes into the building, leaving us behind, and I quickly lose sight of him. Ash sidles up next to me. What was that about? I don't know. He gets in these moods every now and then. They're brief, but I guess you could say he can be a little hard to read sometimes. He's always been like that. Do you know why? I have my hunches. He's been that way ever since we lived at an orphanage. The one in Rasum, right? He told you about that? Just a little bit. All he told me was that it wasn't a great place to be. Yeah, he says with a blunt tone, followed by a moody silence. Why don't we get ourselves out of the rain and go check up on him? Ash gives a slow nod, still struggling to calm his nerves, and we close the door behind us and descend the stairs. As expected, Aaron decided to cut the party short, since there's no telling when the power will be restored. Can't really party in the dark, though I'm sure some people would say otherwise. Not to mention the lack of music, too. So we get to cleaning. Might as well get a head start on it. Ash and I nudged Silver again about what happened, but he brushed us off. Claimed he just got a little spooked and that it wasn't a big deal. He was himself again, as if nothing had happened. Couldn't do much about it, and Ash definitely wasn't happy with that answer, but he didn't push for more. I wonder if this is normal for them. Sorry your party didn't go as planned, Sai. I wouldn't be so sure. I think it went pretty well while it lasted. People seemed interested overall, and that was the goal all along. Agreed. We'll have to do it again next year. I'd like that a lot. Gives me time to figure out a new costume for next year. You got that right, boys! Next year's gonna be even more insane! Yeah, and what does that mean? I was thinking of upping the ante. Remember the haunted house stuff Sai mentioned? Let's do that next time. Scare the absolute shit out of all the partygoers. Can't really say that's a good idea when half the party drunk out of their minds. Sadly, I agree. I don't want to see any fists flying. Aw, come on. It's not that serious. You'd be surprised what a person will do when they're scared. Don't worry, Karen. I'm sure we can do something else. Besides... Place my hands on her shoulders, and she locks those big blue eyes on me. You made this entire party possible. Couldn't have done any of this without you. Oh, you're just saying that, she says bashfully as she rolls her eyes. I'm serious. It was just like from before the fall, except maybe the heavy metal music, but that's fine. Thank you, Sai. I won't let you down. Hey, guys! The silver fox across the room comes our way, dragging a large bag of trash behind him. Hey, Axel, where should I put this? Leave it right next to the bar counter. I'll take care of it later. Thank you, Ash. It's no problem. Sorry about the broken generator. That definitely wasn't on the itinerary tonight, but there's nothing I can do about it now. Thanks for helping clean up, kid. Hey, Axel. Yes? Don't call me kid. Huh? Ash flashes a smile at Aaron, one of those smiles clearly meant as a warning, and the tiger laughs nervously. Don't let him get to you, Axel. You should have seen the way it scared him good earlier. He's not so tough. Ash grumbles and shoots a glare at Silver. Alright, let's cool it down. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, Ash. You really didn't have to clean up. It's fine, the party was fun while it lasted. I've never been to one of the bar parties before. That's just a party hosted by Rose. Thank you. I aim to please. Oh yeah, did you guys want to see the photo I took earlier of the group? It came out great. Let's see it. Hey, don't forget, you can't share these photos with anyone. I know, but can we at least print a few copies for ourselves? Nah, that's probably my department. Just leave it to me, Ash. Thanks, Ring. We all gather around Ash as he turns on the camera, the viewfinder lighting up within a couple of seconds. You know, I really do make a pretty good-looking zombie. Maybe I'll rock this look again next year. Ugh, I look like a freak. So it's just another normal day for you, then. Cyrus! Kidding! Ash chuckles to himself and looks over to me. Well, I guess that's that. Happy Halloween, everybody! Okay, I'm gonna finish doing what I was doing before stream, so... yeah. Just a round of applause for the developers. They cooked. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.